I just wanted to talk to you. Right now, I'm at a women's retreat, and it's so wonderful to be at a retreat, to be able to get, ourselves right as women. And, all surrounded me is just trees and like a wilderness type of, thing. And the Lord is saying, when you leave tomorrow from this, you are going into the promised land. You have to get equipped for the promised land. You have to know what is going on. In order to get to the promised land, you have to know which way to go. And a lot of times in life, we do not know which way to go. And so we try to find our way. We try so hard. But at the same time, we never find our way out of because we complain, and while we find our way, we're complaining, why I have to do this? Why I have to do that? It should never be why I have to do this. Lord, help me. This is hard for me. This is a place of prayer. God is saying, come to me, pray, ask me, and I will let you know. In the wilderness, pray. A lot of times, we sit around and we complain about everything while we're in the wilderness. And when we get towards the promised land, we often don't even know that we get there. So we go around, We go around. It's like we blind. Our eyes are so blind because we just complain so much. And the Lord is saying the promised land is just 2 minutes away. And because you are frustrated and because you're angry, your wilderness life take longer than it's supposed to. And that's a sad thing, because in life, God do not want that. God wants us to get to the promised land. He don't want it to take us 3 years, 7 years. Sometimes we are the one who allow ourselves to take so much time into the wilderness. And God is saying, it could have taken you 11 days, but you decided to make it take you 7 years. You decided to make it take you 10 years. You decided to make it take you 40 years. Whatever you decide, because you're complaining instead of saying, Lord, help me. Help me. And that is what we have to say. We have to say, Lord, help me. I'm in the wilderness. While I'm in the wilderness, I will praise you. And when I do get out of the wilderness, I'll praise you. And when I do get a chance to get to that promised land, I'm going to continue praising. You need to praise Him while you're in the wilderness, because if you don't praise Him while you're in the wilderness, when you get to that promised land, you ain't going to really take it serious. Promised land is no joke. That's when real war starts. We're in training ground. The wilderness was training ground. But the promised land is real war. It's real war for your sister. It's real war for your brother. It's real war for your family. It's real war. This is training ground in the wilderness. So let us take the time for the training ground so we can be prepared and so we can be rejuvenated. Because if we decided to just wait around and keep on complaining, we'll never get to the promised land that the Lord promised us. So you have a good day. I want everybody to think about it. Do you want to really go to the promised land, or do you like it? Are you okay with being in the wilderness? Because I think some people are okay with being in the wilderness because they're afraid of the promised land. There's nothing to be afraid of when God is already equipping you in the wilderness. Have a good day.